Hey, you guys, it's Amber. Happy Turnip Thursday. Yeah, jazz hands. I hope everybody is having an amazing week and you're staying cool in your neck of the woods, wherever that is. It's going to be like 98 degrees tomorrow. So it's been a challenge for me because part of my practice is going outside, and I've tried and I just overheat and break out. So here we are. I thought we'd pull some cards and get some messages of clarity for those of you who would like it. Thank you to my high vibrating ancestors, spirit guides, divine and beings, source of light energy. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Gaia. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. I'm grateful for another day. I'm so grateful. Can we please get some messages of clarity for the collective, please, Spirit? Too many cards. That one flipped up. Wow. Number 26, which would be 8. Again, it seems as though every day we pull cards, there's an 8. Practice freedom. Release the weight of judgment. I need some more information on this, but this is an eagle flying to the sky with a rainbow in the background. So a rainbow, eagle, birds may be significant to you. Practice freedom from judging others. Recognize that not everybody was raised like you. Reared is the word, actually. Not everybody was reared the way you were, good, bad, or indifferent. Not everybody had the privileges or the disadvantages that you've had. Not everybody's had your background, your trauma, and all those things. Spirit has shown me that there's someone who, although you're trying to live an authentic life, there's still a piece of you, and this could be somebody in your energy. If it triggers you, good. It's good if it triggers you, but Spirit wanted me to give you that disclosure. Don't kill the messenger. That there's some of you who are maybe unknowingly projecting and judging others based on your own beliefs and values and backgrounds. A silly example, Spirit said, just give me something silly. And this is actually a good example because I remember when I first started being a social worker, there was a woman, it was children's services, and our job was reunification, okay? There's thousands of social work jobs, okay? People don't want to take your kids, trust me, okay? So just whatever. At least the social worker didn't. And this was many, many, many moons ago, back in the day. And there was a woman that had 13 kids from a southern state, and she moved up here, and her kids weren't going to school, and so it was educational neglect. So we just kind of went in to see how we could go to support her. Well, I knew that she cleaned everything with bleach. Bleach is a very toxic chemical, and it can make actually things worse. It can make you really sick. And so I remember judging her and thinking that she was ignorant for only using bleach. I mean, it was like bleach for everything. It didn't matter what it was. It was like bleach for she had gallons and gallons and gallons of it. And I learned early on that just because I was raised a certain way of cleaning and somebody else chooses to clean a different way, that it doesn't mean that they were wrong what they were doing. They were doing what they were taught and what they knew what was best. I know that's a silly example. This also can be, you see someone how they raise their kids, or you see how someone walks their spiritual path. Let's get into that. And, oh, you need to make sure your first tarot deck is one that someone buys for you. And you know, you can get on different types of social media apps and see even people in certain communities go back and forth and project their own judgments. And so Spirit is saying that you will have a newfound freedom if you're able to at least start to recognize how your conditioning is being projected onto other people to try to condition them to believe the way you want them to believe or do something the way you wanted to do it. And it is for the reason of being is that it takes so much energy when we place judgment and project our own stuff onto other people. It happens all the time. There was a recent interaction I had with someone, and they said, well, I'll just let them know that you don't feel comfortable doing something. And I said, no, I didn't say comfortable. I feel completely comfortable doing this. I just need more information to be able to complete this form. I feel completely comfortable and capable of doing it. And they kept saying, well, you're not comfortable, you're not comfortable. And I was like, I am comfortable. And they're like, you seem to be getting stressed out. And even though that's another simple example, when sometimes people don't feel comfortable in their own skin, they project uncomfortability onto other people. Or based on their own upbringing, if maybe they didn't know, I mean, I know this is another silly example, but just stick with me. Maybe they feel uncomfortable filling out forms without all the information, makes them feel uncomfortable. And because they feel uncomfortable doing that, then they projected it onto me, or tried to project it onto me. I don't allow projections into my life. I denounce it every single time when it comes my way. That's a very small, minute example is what Spirit is saying. Like, Spirit's like, we need to think of a better example. But I think you get the gist of it. It takes a lot of our energy force is what the point is. And it disallows, disembodies, I don't know if those are even words, but that's what I'm hearing. It doesn't empower people. It disempowers people when we do that to them. And if we're on this path and we want people to be in the light or to wake up and to find their own path and not to project our path onto other people's path, like, yeah, I got to do it my way. First of all, run from someone who ever says you have to do it their way, or you can't reach higher level, okay? So, first of all, if anyone ever says you have to do it their way, or tries to always say you shit all the time in order to get to a higher level of consciousness or to walk your journey, run for the hills. Run for the hills. But since we're on this journey for those chosen ones, it's important for us to truly dig deep and to see how our own upbringing, our own beliefs, our own values, how we kind of project those onto people. Because what it does, it comes from a place of judgment, but then when people don't conform the way we think, feel that they should, or, well, they didn't do it the way I should, why I told them to do it, so that means they're whatever, and then we're creating more judgment on them, right? That takes away from our life force energy. And it collectively, it doesn't help anybody in this situation, right? What else can you tell us about the Spirit? Let's see. Yeah. It's practicing freedom from yourself. Practicing freedom from judgment. Practicing freedom from allowing people to be who they are, in whatever capacity that is. Doesn't mean you have to like it, but then that's when you have the choice to remove yourself from the situation and not ask people or expect people to conform to the way you believe or feel or think. Well, I was raised this way, or I took this 4-week course and they taught us this, or this is the way you're supposed to do this, and this is the way you're supposed to meditate, and this is the way you're supposed to, and then when people don't follow that, then you get upset about it and you start judging them in their path. I think it's safe to say that all of us have a common goal when it comes to our paths and our journeys, or figuring out our paths and helping the collective. But we all have different ways of getting there. There's no right or wrong. Things don't have to be right or wrong. And I've said before, there could be two opposing things at the same time. You can really love something and really dislike something at the same time. It doesn't have to be either or. We don't live in a black and white world in that sense. Is that it for the message? Yes. So, I hope you're healthy and happy. It was 9/11 when I said that. And full of joy. May you love and be loved. Heal. Don't harm. Have a great night.